My name is Ed Clark. I teach English and film, and I've worked in the district for about 6 years now.
Okay. What social media have you used or are you using currently to teach your classes?
Currently, mostly Blogger and Google services connected with that. So I use a blog in my Honors English 2 class and my Film Appreciation class. The students are expected to respond to questions posted on the blog and have conversations that I moderate in the comment section of the blog. I also put up information for the students, so for example, due dates, resources. It's kind of a nice place to collect all of those resources. And in the past, I've also used it for interactive due dates. So if they were doing a research paper, I can put a Google Calendar in and they can click on a day and know what's due. I find it's more versatile than handouts, and with the way they all have smartphones and the internet, it's more omnipresent. So they can access it whenever and wherever. Even if they leave their folder at home, they're not going to leave their phone at school.
How often would you say you use the blogger?
Multiple times a week. In Honors English 2, I'd say around twice a week. I try to post an assignment. It's funny because right now I was just about to blog right before I got interviewed. And in film, multiple times a week as well. We post an assignment to the blog after each film that we watch.
How time consuming would you say it is to use the blogger?
I don't personally think Blogger is time consuming. It's no more time consuming than creating any other like study guide material or any kind of handout. And I find the more I use it, the better I get with it. So I don't find it very time consuming. I think it's easy, and then it actually saves me time because I don't have to make handouts or worry about if the printer's out of paper or not working.
Do you find it policy prohibitive?
I do moderate the comments. I haven't had issues with the students posting inappropriate things on there. I did previously use Twitter to announce assignments, and I decided not to do that just based on the fact that Twitter is blocked on school computers, and truthfully, at the end of the day, not every student has a smartphone, so I eliminated the use of Twitter for that reason. So something else about Blogger that I like is it timestamps things, and it puts the onus on the student. Where I post it, I say this is when it's due, and they have to do it on time. It's timestamped, and the convenience of bloggers, they can do it when they want to. It really is an independent assignment. It's something that you can give them that they work on when they find the need. So I like it as a reinforcement lesson, and I like that it forces them to be more responsible, and that's why I think occasionally there are complaints about it, because they can't make up when they hand it in. It has to be on time.
Do you find it getting the excuses of I don't have a computer at home, or my phone's not working, or I wasn't able to do it?
Yes, I get a plethora of those excuses, and I even get students that almost innocently come up to me. I had a student do it this morning because they had a blog post due before class this morning, and she had written this nice response and emailed it to me. And I said, why didn't you post it to the blog? She literally didn't try it. I just showed her right in front of her. I pasted it in, and I just switched to her Google account because she had Gmail. And it's almost funny. They're like afraid to play with it in a sense. And I tell them that all the time. I'm not an expert on Blogger. I learned by just kind of messing around with it and seeing what the program could do. And then if I have a question, I Google how to do it. And some of them are a little hesitant to do that, which is very strange to me, because I tell them that they're of a generation that's more technologically literate than me. Yeah, I don't know. There's a little hesitancy there, and you get the excuses. But I'm trying to break them of that habit this year. So It's just I'm making that the expectation. I'm not accepting them late, and I'm not accepting them handwritten. And I figure it'll happen enough times, they'll figure it out.
Has it enabled you to connect more effectively, easily with the students rather than through perhaps traditional ways? Do you find it has in your own experience?
Every once in a while I'll have a student that may be hesitant to speak in class, but they're more willing to write things on the blog. I also find that the idea that it's published, and even though the blog is technically public, but the idea that their peers are going to see their writing, I see a little bit of a higher level of effort than if it's just something that I collect. So yeah, I think it is effective in that regards. And then even for me, it's really convenient because I don't take home a stack of papers. I can just sit in front of my computer and all the work is there, and I can work on it as I need to wherever I am. So it's very convenient for me.
Now, I know too that you use Google Docs from time to time. Can you explain a little bit about like how do you use it more so than your students do? Do they use it for most of the classes, or how is that working?
I've gotten into the habit of using it often myself just because there are times when I don't have my flash drive, and it's just convenient that I know that no matter what computer I'm working on, it saves to my Google Drive instantly, and that's nice because sometimes I'm on my work computer, sometimes I'm on my my Mac at home, and then other times I have a little netbook that I'll do work on. I don't necessarily make my students use it. I encourage them to get Google Drive because to me it's like an upgraded flash drive. They don't make the excuse that I forgot my flash drive at home, or I didn't email you my paper, or I didn't print it out. Well, now it exists anywhere that there's an internet connection. So again, it's another way to force them to be more responsible. And then I always sell it as a collaboration tool because I tell them that they can work on a document simultaneously. They can see what the other person is doing, and they can both edit it. It's great, and chat and leave comments. So I strongly encourage the use of it. It's free, and I tell them I like things that are free, and I even showed them how they can upload Microsoft Office documents right to their Google Drive. It's great. Today in the blog, instead of emailing it to me, they publish it to the web, and then they put a link in the blog, and I can just pull it right up. It's fantastic. And then if they change it, it's automatically updated. So it's super convenient.
Are there any other forms of social media that you use that you find very useful?
At the moment, no. I really want to expand to YouTube. I would love to try I believe it's called the flipped classroom, where perhaps I put the lecture or the lesson online in a video and they watch it at home, and then we have the discussion in class. But I would like to try it. Occasionally.